Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya 'alas salat. Hayya 'alas salat. Hayya 'alal falah. Hayya 'alal falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. The best words are the words of Allah Almighty. The best example is the example of Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us in Surah Jummu'ah that when a call is made to pray on Friday, we should be more for prayer, and that we should be more for business, and that we should hasten to the remembrance of Allah when He has best for us, if only we knew. matters of this dunya and hasten to the garments of Allah, which we have done. And we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will allow our presence here, which signifies our obedience to Him, to benefit us in this life, but more so than it matters when we stand before Him on the day of Qiyamah. This is the third Khutba for the month of Zulqa'dah. Zulqa'dah represents one of the prohibited months, or the sacred months, in which hostilities are ceased. We have Zulqa'dah, which is this month, and we have Zulhijjah, next month, which is Hajj, and then we have Muharram. One consecutive 3 months that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set out among the 12 months of the year, the other one being Rajab. So we have 4 prohibited months. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set out these months in order to give people an opportunity to ease hostilities and to tone down and temper down the situations. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us at least the answers for all situations, because human beings will always be in a state of conflict. And when you look at the history of Islam, you see that many conflicts arose throughout our ummah from time to time. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the wherewithal to curtail, to home in, to regularize, and to make adjustments and make amendments to all these weaknesses that plague us as a people. This month that is coming upon us in a couple of weeks' time is called the Zulhijjah. And there is a day that is called Eid al-Kabir, Eid al-Adha, which is the 10th of Zulhijjah. And that day signifies the struggles of human beings with respect to doing things that would cause them to become in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Allah to be pleased with that individual. So we started out by saying, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to shower His barakah, His blessings on Muhammad and his progeny and his followers, as He has done so for Ibrahim alayhi salam and his progeny and followers. We make that Darood every time. And the significance of Darood Sharif in our lives as Muslims is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us to make Darood on the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He, Allah Himself, and the Malaika, angels, send salawat on the Prophet. And He commands us as Muslims, you also do the same. It's a command. But many Muslims do not understand the significance of those practices where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it mandatory. Allah says He Himself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the evidence is in the Quran. It's not my intention, I don't read what these things. Read it yourself. Read it yourself. So a Muslim, we are guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in making the right decisions, the right actions. And all we need to do is to comply. So the struggles of Ibrahim alayhi salam is reflected in the days that will be soon coming with this that is called Eid al-Adha, the big Eid al-Kabir. And what does that represent? It represents the trial of a believer and his family to the ultimate sacrifice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown Ibrahim alayhi salam in a dream that he has slaughtered, he sacrificed his son Ismail, which at that time was his only son. He had become attached to that youth. When he had created Ismail, he made a full strength. Well, not full strength, but a youth coming up on me and his father are right there together. And that's the man that says, sacrifice him. And Ismail alayhi salam was told by his father Ibrahim alayhi salam, this is what I dream. And Ismail says, to the effect, my dear father, do what Allah has commanded you, will find me among those who are on the sovereign patient ones. The ultimate test, an old man, and no children, last man that I gave him a youth in his old age. And then when you become attached to him, love him, Allah says, sacrifice. Sacrifice him to see if anything comes between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Heart. Anytime we love any creation more than we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is our Ismail. That is our test. Anything that we love becomes a trial for us. Trial for us. So we must love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger more than any creation. So the lesson in that when we say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. The lesson in that is that anyone who decides I am going to put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first in my life and my sacrifice, my prayer, and everything is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my service, everything is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you have arrived at true Imam. Because this kalima la ilaha illallah, it starts negating nothing. Nothing except Allah deserves to be worshipped. Nothing. Starts with la ilaha, no deity, no nothing of that I will put importance to the extent that it will interfere with my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this Eid that is coming upon us, we should prepare ourselves and understand what it implies. Understand what this Eid implies. It implies that we have made a deliberate and conscious effort, intent and an effort. And not only that, Ibrahim alayhi salam had to go through the action, not the intention. He had the intention, but he had to put it to the knife. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took away the power of the knife to cut and replaced this lamb for sacrifice. Allah says, you have already completed it because you have done, your action was consistent with what you said. You made intention, you agreed, but your action completed. You didn't backtrack. You break weak. No, it's the full. So many Muslims treat Eid al-Adha as a small Eid. And it's the Eid al-Kabir. So in Muslim Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have negotiated some animals that we have available. So far we have 3 goats. And the share is 1,500 per share. Some people prefer to do cattle and this thing, sheep and so on, but sheep prices are $2,500, $3,000 a small sheep. So if somebody wants to do a sheep, that's their call. So we have this available for those who want to fulfill that tradition. And it's not a tradition that is based on just, just doing something to follow, a custom. It's not about that. It's about participation, commemoration of an event that took place that has transformed the lives of humanity. Because from Ismail, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came from that line. And all of us have a direct relationship with Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. That is why all of us consistently recite Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. So Allah has joined Muhammad and Ibrahim in that salawat. So that is part of our history, that is part of our legacy. As Muslims, we are living in a period of history that the Ummah has fallen into disrepair. We are in a state of dysfunction. We are dysfunctional as a community. And when we look all over, we have the same problems. The Muslims are practicing the deen as they on the verge. Practicing deen as if we are on the verge. Just bare. So we are living in that period. This time when the Muslim Ummah is at a high standard, and they are sometimes before in the rut. And we are living in a time when we are falling in the rut. So what are we supposed to do as people who are ambitious? Because we are ambitious. Why are we ambitious? Because we decided we want to raise the banner of Islam out of the dust. We want to raise the banner of Islam out of the dust. So we are ambitious. And I talk about some traditions talk about a great reward that someone would get for reviving a dead sunnah. Reviving a dead sunnah. We need to understand where we are today, and with our ambition, what we want to do is to raise the standard of the deen so that the other people will start to say, let us borrow a light from your light. Because most communities have a chronic problem. The masjids are empty. You go for the salah, you meet sometimes 2 people for Fajr, sometimes no people for Fajr. Sometimes all you see is a little crowd for Jummu'ah, and that's it, masjid locked down. The masjids are the places where the barakat descends on communities. That's the spiritual understand that the spiritual implication of what a masjid is. The barakah descends on the masjids. There is spiritual aspect of this deen that many people don't understand. When the barakah descends on the masjid, whoever is there fulfills the correct. But if you're absent from the masjid and you're on the street and going to the next to yourself, or when Allah's matter raining on the blessings in the masjid, nothing. Not here. So the resurgence of this deen has to come. And in spite of our inaction, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that this deen will dominate, even though the unbelievers don't like it. Even if they don't like it, it will prevail. Because this is deen will haq. And when haq comes, falsehood perishes. Because falsehood is by nature bound to perish. So the Muslims continue to be careless and do like if they do Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala favor by being Muslims. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthened us that if we do not do what is our responsibility, He would move us, put others in our place, and they would not be like us. It's a threat. You have done Allah no favor by me. Don't think that you become Muslim is a favor that you do to Allah. As Allah has bestowed a favor upon you. Allah has bestowed a favor upon you who haven't guided you to Islam. So in a process of trying, you can effort to raise the banner of Islam. And we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the committed individuals in the community who try to make sure that the school stands strong. Because that is where the future lies. And may their horse, by saying this over and over, but may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward those who went before us, who have had a vision about that school, who sacrificed to keep it going in spite of no state sponsorship for years upon years. Kept it going. So we have something to work with, and we can stand on the shoulders of great people who went before. But we have to do our part to continue raising the standard, because we know that the society is in decadence. We see it every day. Society doesn't know what to do about the future of this country. They don't know what to do. Everybody abandoned the responsibilities. The police don't know what to do. Politicians don't know what to do. None of them know what to do. And they're getting worse by the days. I saw on one of them YouTube thing, a little child about 5 years, a little girl, she started. You can't do that then. I will start on here. Then I go in. This is the attitude. If this is the attitude at 5 years old in a school uniform, so you know where we're going. Downhill fast. So in this time, what are we as Muslims supposed to do? What are we as Muslims supposed to do? Just throw up our hands and say, well, we don't know what to do. We have history of how to change our condition by taking certain actions. And we started the process last week by itemizing what we need to do, the steps, the amals, the actions, the deeds that we need to do in order to bring about transformation. It will not happen without individuals taking a personal responsibility for their lives and start to act to transform their condition. And we started out by talking about our manners, ensuring that we eat what is halal. Simple as that, to start off. The Jummu'ahs of those who are eating haram will not be accepted. And we have the hadith that support us. But this person came disheveled, dust, begging Allah. So how could you be held? Your food haram, your clothes haram, your living haram. So we need to start off by taking personal responsibility for what goes into us. Everybody can put a halal sign, put a stamp, bam, halal. Anybody can stamp the product and say halal. We need to ensure that we examine these suppliers to ensure that what goes into us is halal. First step. Second step, transform your personal conduct, your personal lifestyle. All of us need to know what we're doing under the cover of darkness. Take actions for yourself. Correct, because we know Allah's conscience within us. His word is telling us, you know you're off. But Sharia used to say one time, he said, you want to get rid of your conscience. You want this conscience to give him my ease, give him this like peace. You want to lock it off. Well, for us, don't know that how to say it, and for us, I do not know that. So we need to take personal action. We need to ensure that we try to get up when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends to the lowest heavens every night. In the last third, and communicate with Him. But at that stage, He asks for what you want. So we need to go through a process in our lives, the personal action to transform our condition. And one of the things we must do is continuously make istighfar. Because we try to find the formula, we try to find the things that we need to do in order to transform our condition. And it will never happen unless we take action. So we're doing what? Making istighfar, astaghfirullah, continuously, because we continue making mistakes, and Allah's commanded us to make istighfar, commanded us all over the Quran. So we read the ayahs, are we reading the Quran? Are we reading the ayahs? Are we reading Surah Hadid, ayah 21, to the effect, be you foremost in seeking forgiveness from the Lord. So we must consistently and over and over do these amals, istighfar. The next thing of importance is the dhikrullah, remembrance of Allah. You see, we as Muslims have become so, we have become so lost in terms of our relationship with this deen that these things to us, they seem as trivial. Allah put it in the Quran for us, instruct us to do these things. The Prophet used to make istighfar 100 times a day, at least. Prophet Sallallahu. Because we make errors now and sometimes we commit sins unknowingly. Bring yourself to account before Allah brings you to account. Bring yourself to account before Allah brings you to account. Advisor Umar ibn Khattab. The remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Baqarah 152. Allah says, then do you remember me? I will remember you. The remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has find solace and peace and things like that. But we must engage in the practices. We must engage in the practices. That is what the things we need to do to change our condition. It wouldn't happen by miracle. It wouldn't come by magic. That it works. So we need to take personal responsibility in changing our condition. Simple instructions that we're not following. Simple instructions that we're not following. And anytime we start to transform our approach and say, okay, it wasn't okay for us before, let me change now. We wasn't doing it, let me do it now. Allah said, make it istighfar, make it istighfar. Allah said, this istighfar will bring about sustenance, barakah, all kind of things just by making istighfar. You find that your sustenance will increase. Simple like that. All Holy Man, Allah put it in there for us. Make istighfar and Allah will send barakah on you. Keeping a state of zikrullah, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will remember you. So actions, amals, deeds is what we need to do. And always remember that this deen is based on sacrifice. This deen is built on sacrifice. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made the greatest sacrifice. Greatest sacrifice Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made. The people before us went through sacrifice. They put in prison for winning this masjid. Lord, you forgotten our history? You can, hear today and feel the beating on everything, here comes this by magic. Here come by magic. Sacrifice. We need to know. We who don't know need to be told. Sister, this will be on top of this roof. In the night, put it on shingles. When the police and then the lock up everybody here. There's a brother named Abdullah deceased. He did a chain and chain himself on top. They say that they come to bring on this side. They're killing me. Chain himself on top. That's the kind of people we're talking about. Anyway, it's not about that today. It's about reminding each other about our responsibilities to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Messenger. And we need to keep understanding who we are, our state, and what we could do to change our condition. What we need to take action to transform our condition. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. We have, among other things, to ensure that we provide certain resources for the community that might be things that cause challenges at this stage. And what has happened is that we have one of the sisters who's trained as a counselor. She and some other people have rather to try to do service to the community. And it begins, this counseling session begins from Monday the 20th of June at the masjid. We have a place that is reserved, and it is available by appointment only. So we will post the information on the notice board as the people who require counseling for marriages and so forth. We do have family issues and so on. Because we have too many divorces in the community. And the success, if you want to put it that way, of the community depends on the success of the families. It's important. Because if we have young people, they begin today to marry, married today, 2 weeks time, you know, married done nothing. Anytime we keep going in that direction, we be undermining the institution that is so important to keep the community strong. So this facility has been provided, so we post the information, telephone number, and we could do WhatsApp and make them. So we post it on board all the interested. So we're talking about from Monday 20th, which is this Monday, these counseling sessions to start. We also do the posting of the shares for the animals, as we say, it will be 1,500 per person per share. And those shares are available immediately for those who want to fulfill that responsibility that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed upon us. The Eid al-Kabir is just 3 weeks away. So before you blink, the Eid is upon us. The other thing that of importance that I think I should mention before we close is the importance of starting the Dawah program. Because Dawah is essentially a pillar of this deed. Not only the 5 pillars that we're going to talk about, but it's a pillar of this deed. The learned ones before us have said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken a pledge from the learned to teach those who are ignorant, and a pledge from the ignorant to learn what is taught. Allah has taken a pledge from the learned to teach the ignorant, and He has taken a pledge from the ignorant to learn what was taught. So we need to give dawah. Sometimes the dawah might not be when I stand up with a microphone in some area and ask people to go the square. Like one form. But everyday interfacing with people is dawah. The women, the Muslims, when they made hijrah, when even the Muslims made hijrah, they forced some Muslim women to remain in Mecca. When the Muslims made hijrah, the Prophet did their time and went to Medina, they forced some Muslim women to carry remain in Mecca. And then women used to be going and knocking on the doors of the other women, the non-Muslim women, give them down. Muslim. So afterwards, the Holy Quraysh, he said, get them out of there, get them out of Mecca. No one was in progress here. We are in Mecca, and all they do is just going to get out of all the wives and control Satan, get them out of Mecca. That is our issue. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to keep us strong, united. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala join our hearts in love so that we become brethren by His blessings and mercy. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغلق والخاتم لما سبق نسألك بالحق والهادي إلى المستقيم وعلى المختارين بالجماعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين. الحمد لله رب العالمين.